Yes, Pastor Bryan, why would you say it is important to go out to visit the mission field?
Well, if a church is partnered with missionaries, you have an option to just take their word and wait for newsletters and see how things go that way. But you'll never forge a partnership with the work unless you actually get on the field and you see where your missionary lives, meet the people that they serve, and experience the life that they live on the mission field. So it's important to just prove the ministry for yourself. You have to go. You have to get there. And then when you leave, you've built a relationship that's strengthened with not only the missionary and their family, but the people they serve with.
Mm. And just looking at this past week and you being involved in the work here, in teaching the men and getting a chance to know them, what would you say this week has taught you? What have you seen in the hearts and the lives of these men here?
Well, I came and was preparing with a lot of uncertainty on how I would connect with these men. What are their needs? What are their backgrounds? Where are they coming from? How am I going to just be effective at encouraging them? And so I prepared, and we've gone through the Paul's letter to Timothy, the first letter. And it's just been encouraging to me to see the power of the Word of God and how it relates to every people group. It doesn't matter where you go, the Word of God is living and is active, it is powerful, is sharper than any two-edged sword. And to see the hunger and the thirst that these men have to learn the Word of God, to take it home, to share with their families, to share with their congregations, it's just absolutely been encouraging to me, and one of the greatest weeks of my life. I've just been blessed to be here.
Now, with you being a pastor of a church that is involved in missions, and knowing other churches out there that are involved in the work of missions, is there anything you would say to be an encouragement to the pastors out there about them, prayerfully and seriously considering coming out here to see the work that they support, not only financially, but getting involved a little more than just financially?
Yeah, I would definitely encourage pastors to lead their congregations in growing in missions. And then I'm here actually as a gift of our congregation, sending me to the mission field. If the congregation would not have done that, I wouldn't be here. And so I'm grateful for my congregation at home in Michigan, that they love the gospel enough, and they love people enough, they love our missionaries enough to invest me, to send me, to be a blessing to them here in Zambia. And so I would encourage pastors, lead your congregations, but you can't do it alone. So then congregations need to open their eyes to the harvest and to the mission field and send your pastor. The reason I'm here is because a pastor came through that encouraged our congregation, send your pastor to the mission field. And I'm so grateful that Brother Brown challenged our congregation in that way. And now we're sending that challenge to you, an invitation to come, be part of what God is doing here in Zambia or wherever you're partnered with missionaries.
Well, thank you very much, Pastor Bryan. And we would like to say, for all of you pastors, yes, that's
There
the
it is.
Zambian
That's the
handshake.
shake right there.
Would like to encourage you pastors out there, not only to get involved in the work of missions, financially. We really appreciate your financial support, but would love to just have you stretch a little more, and that is, prayerfully consider what God would have you to do physically to come down here and help us train and ground these men for the cause of Christ. Thank you very much for your involvement.
Amen.